Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes go. She like, ooh la la. We go. They like, ooh la la. She go. Okay, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Vibez TV, even though you don't see the background. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews when niggas don't be acting flaky, Vibevisms 101, and of course, motivation. I got mine in today. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you diddy to the left and hit stage left, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, you know how I do. You know how I start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we clearly in the end game. And we in the end game because Boston is down 10. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. You know what I mean? I got me predicting Boston going to win the series in 6. Hopefully it's in game 7. You know what I mean? Right now, 4th quarter about to start. For those that's not in tune to the game, Boston is down 66-67. 76. So they down 10. We also in the end game because do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, Mercedes-Benz, Range Rover, all that shit out of here. Well, today, or last night rather, a guy in the Bronx is coming from wherever he's coming from, going to wherever he was going to, steps off the Q train, allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean, what the reports are saying. His clothes get caught in the train and then on for a ride, and that's not even the kicker. Obviously, he passed. Now, rest in peace to the brother and condolences, you know what I mean, for him losing his life. But they said another train smacked him while he was being dragged by the first train. So just imagine, I know on the channel, I'm real squeamish, you know what I mean? We've seen a lot of things, unfortunately, real brutal shit. And obviously, like Drake, I want an easy death and I want a quick death. Like, you know what I mean? I do not want to die a painful, horrible death, like trapped in the fire in the car, burning up, getting eaten by a fish or some shit like that. This is a horrible death to me. To get your clothes snatched, like you going about your business, then oh shit, get over here, Scorpion, you get dragged by the train and you get smacked by another train. That's crazy. Right now we in Penn Studios. Got my boy Great Fire in the building. Got my boy Money Bryce, engineer in the building. My boy Young and my Uncle T down here. You know what I mean? So if y'all hear a little shit in the background, you know, they in here cooking up what they do and we in Brooklyn. Yeah, kid. So rest in peace to the brother. Condolences to him. We also in the end game because a brother named Jermaine Jones, when I first seen this, I said, oh shit, that's my nigga, you know what I mean? That's my nigga Dre shit, you know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Dre. He in the feds downtown, you know what I mean? Brooklyn, you know what I mean? MDX or whatever that shit is. Up there with R. Kelly and the New York shooter, like welcome to New York City. And it's a story coming out of Florida. Brother 16 years old, driving in the Benzo, like sitting on Lorenzo's. Got the white Benz, driving through an affluent neighborhood in Florida. And this, when you put the beat on, I'm not really shocked and amazed. Like, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Big Ma. And y'all know on the channel, I plainly say that. When you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. But I'm not. So he was driving, you know what I mean, in Lorenzo, in the Benzo, through a neighborhood. And apparently these two old white motherfuckers didn't, you know what I mean, they ain't like it. They ain't like how he was driving. So they say, had the audacity, and like Stephen A. say, the humiliated gall to throw a brick through his window and then hit him with a cone. Then, act like they gonna fake pull guns out. So they got the two dudes. Luckily, it wasn't a Trayvon, situation, or it wasn't a situation where we seen him be murdered in the neighborhood all because somebody decided to say something that wasn't true. Integrity. So shout outs to the policemen for doing their job. They locked the two white niggas up. One was 57, one was in his 50s. So like, y'all too old to be doing that shit. Like, like real. You see a young dude driving in the Benz and you want to profile and say he was, doing donuts and burnouts. Come to find out he wasn't doing none of that. And y'all just didn't like it. Oh, but you black, right? And, if you seen the last show, the last live that I did, I talked briefly about the chick from The View and her views on, that the law's going to change when black folks get guns. And we been had guns. Like, hello, you played to win the game, right? Like Herman Edwards, you played to win the game. We been had guns. The thing is, when we stop turning the guns on ourselves, then they might change the laws. Right? It's not just mere having the fact that you got a gun. You got guns, we got guns too. What up, Sun Tzu? You want to battle for cash and see you, Sun Tzu? That's a Purple Tape reference. You know what I mean? They're going to change the laws when we stop turning the guns on ourselves. And real quick plug. I thought it was tomorrow, but it's actually on the 19th. It's kind of early in the morning for a Sunday, though, but I get it. I think this weekend, matter of fact, it's Father's Day. Shout outs to all the fathers that celebrate. I don't celebrate. I know I don't celebrate no holidays, so that means Father's Day as well. I don't celebrate none of that shit. But my son, the general, you know what I mean? He having a King Stop Killing Kings march up in New York, up in the Bronx to be exact. Right where Fordham Road and Grand Concourse meet. They're going to be doing a rally. They're going to be doing, like for the people and all that shit. And I'm for the people as well. That's why I always plainly say, oh, but you black. And I be playing, but I'm not. So if you're interested in, standing for something and honestly not falling for anything, you're not with the fuckery. And we all know the buffoonery remains at an all-time high, right? Like, niggas stay doing wild, dumb shit. Come out to that. It's at 10 o'clock. That's why I said that's kind of a little early. You know what I mean? Nigga might still be rolling over. But I am going to pop out. So if you want to see the kid, I'm definitely going to be there with the GoPro in tow. You know what I mean? Checking out all the scenery and seeing what it's hitting for, what they talking about. And real quick, you could come out and you could protest all you want. But if you got kids, if you got nephews, if you got little cousins, boy cousins that is, if you're not doing that shit in the house first, it don't matter how much you march with the people. It don't matter how many signs you hold up, how many hashtags you add to your post. The thing that's going to make a difference is when you change the shit that's going on in your house. If your son is a gangbanger, then you failing badly. If he out there running with the Pookies and the Ray Rays and doing wild shit, then you failing miserably. Now, if that's not going on in your house and you still want to rally with the people, mobilize the people, come out, let your voice be heard, you know what I mean? Walk shoulder to shoulder with other black men that care about the kids, then it's all good. But if your kids is doing that shit, then you failing. Let's get to this other shit though. Let's get to Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the C&B, and if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. What are you talking about, Lee? I'm talking about the Young Thug case, obviously the RICO, and to my knowledge, it hasn't been raised to federal level yet. It's still on the state level, but it's still serious. It's serious enough for somebody on that bat line, that's right, that's the phone, you got my direct number, call me directly, for somebody to send out a message to somebody that knows somebody to threaten the DA. Like JADA, I got beef with the feds and the DA, right? I got the game on press replay. That's a Jada reference. So the DA in this case is Fannie Willis, and apparently, maybe kind of, sort of, she's receiving death threats on the back line. And they're like, if you try to prosecute this case, we're going to take you up out of here. And right, I know what I'm going to say. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your professional career, being a prosecutor, all that shit out of here? And, I'm not advocating for none of that. I just think it's like, damn, niggas really think they Scarface. And they apparently didn't see the end of the movie. And that's a Jada reference as well. You're going to send threat. First of all, again, the case is not federal yet, but it's still a serious case. Still going to probably get some time on this. And, oh, by the way, it could get upgraded to being a federal case. So what's the best thing that you think you could do? is you gonna motherfucking threaten the DA? Shout out to my nigga Renzel, my boy in the house. Yeah, kid. You know what I mean? You gonna threaten the DA? It's gonna come back to whoever think they at the top. And that's the thing with, you know, with these gangs, with these different organizations. And I know a lot of times it seems like I'm coming down on them, but I think I have full authority to speak on this because y'all know I'm not an angel on the channel. Been up no right, been to the spots where niggas don't want to go, where they giving that yakisobe and chili con carne, get online, because they got room for you. Been there and done that. Seeing this shit unfold right before my eyes. I told y'all the story. Walk in the house, 4 million to be exact. Niggas like, yo, you want to be a Crip? I said, like the Crips and the Bloods? They like, yeah. I'm like, niggas, you crazy. Like, niggas, you crazy or something like, you know what I mean? You bugging. So I'm fully aware at the time that I came in, you know what I mean, this system, to the time that I came home, which is 10 years, by the way. So that whole run, get to see this shit pop off. So I feel I'm in full authority, well-versed and well-experienced. And then I got, you know, members that said I know people, etc. But I don't condone none of that shit. So my point is this, right? Niggas will send out a hit. Niggas will try to get the DA. Niggas will dead-ass play, you know what I mean? Like Don Corleone in the movie. Like, we putting a hit out on you. We gonna send the burners, we gonna send a missile, and we gonna knock you off and take you up out of here. No regard for human life. And by the way, right, but you black. And the story I just talked about with the 2 white niggas in Florida, right? And again, I don't condone no violence, even though if somebody violate me, I'm gonna put foot to ass. Right, that's gonna be you. I don't condone that. So I'll be respectful, I'll be courteous, I'll be mindful how I move. My face is not all scrunched up and none of that, you know what I mean? And I move accordingly. But in Harlem, in the Bronx, and certain places in Brooklyn where we at now, the downtown areas, you know what I mean, the nice areas, where Hove like that $2 million is worth $4 million now. He like, how I look like Dumbo. Right, you know what I mean? These places where people move in, they move out. You see mad white people walking through the neighborhood. Mad Asian, and the Asian persuasion be looking good. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they got the flat bats and all that, but they be looking good. You know what I mean? They walking through the neighborhood like, you know what I mean? No fear, no worries. Yet and still, but you black. Soon as when I step out my spot, I gotta be alert and on point and looking like, damn, is this gonna be today? I go to the juice bar, some random teenager that don't know how to shoot on the back of a scooter, thinking he in New Jack City when they shot the Italians up. Like, you think you know what I mean? You're not at the gun range, you have no aim, you can't even pee right, yet you busting shots at the ops like you that dude. Like, you know what I mean? This is Jay Holiday, you know what I mean? And I'll be your Huckleberry. They walk around our neighborhoods like it's nothing. Paying the most in rent, same place you live at. They done renovated the apartment next to you. Now they charging not 1 like LeBron, not 2, not 3. Like, nigga think you gonna win 4, 5, 7, 8 rings? And they got 2. Apartments is 4,500. Like, where them bandos at? Yeah, where the bandos? They charging them and they come out with their dogs, look at you like you in their way, and nothing happens to them. Yeah, when we riding through their neighborhoods, like when you're not riding dirty, police will pull you over, they'll stop you, try to make citizens arrest, throw shit through your window. Who give these motherfuckers the right to do what they did to that young boy? You mad because he's 16, rolling in the bins? And the point is not to say tit for tat. It's just like, nothing happens to them. So now fast forward back to the young thug in this case right here that I think they're going to do time. The question is, how much time are you going to do? That's really the issue. You got the balls, or you that desperate because you don't want to do time, that you're going to send threats at the DA? All that looks bad. All that is like, for instance, when you locked up, right? You got time. So you got 5 years, you know what I mean, for some bum stupid shit. But you're not built like that. You fresh in, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you fresh in the yard, take off your white shirt, you know what I mean? You got hurt, give me that blue Brave hat, Ghostface reference. When you try to break out, if you try to break out, like you gonna run from slavery, they giving you 7 more whole years to add to that time. So all this do is just compounds a bad situation and makes it worse. And then now you get solitary confinement, they read your letters, they scan your shit, they make sure you're not calling no shots to do no fuck shit. And anything that's behind, and real quick too, also to add to that, academic, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, he supposed to have put the list out If everybody that's telling, you need to kill all them niggas. Like if you're gonna be shooting out threats, and what's a threat anyway? If you ain't gonna, move through with what the deed is. You got like 15 people. Like Kareem Akbar, he is the true leader of the CB. And if I'm going down, I'm taking, y'all know the line. Miss Hawkins, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Like these niggas got money. Like they big fish, they rich. Why do some shit like how they do? And that's the fact that you can't Tony. There was no other way. You're not time stoning that and reversing it. Like a circle, don't be whipped by the pussy, right? You whip that pussy. These niggas got it confused and they living in fantasy land. So you calling shots and you thinking you ghost and you going to get the connect hit. And all they going to do is say, after this case is over, we process you for this case for sending threats to a public figure, etc. And it's ran consecutively. Know what I mean? Meaning you're going to do your time for that. Then you're going to do your time for this. It's not concurrent, meaning that all charges is ran the same. And a lot of people was ignorant to the law. And I also speak about this on the channel. Been up north with wild killers, murderers, schemers, and gamblers. And these niggas can't read. I got to help them do their appeal. I got to let them know what books to go to and what letters to send. You can't even write a grievance to, the administration on why they deading you for rep. And that's all that you're really going to run into when you go in there. I told y'all about KO calling me. He one of the oldest prisoners in New York State. Been down since 74. Still locked up with young niggas coming in and they don't know who he is. You know what I mean? The officers know, but they don't know who he is. And it's like, y'all just go for anything. And like Kwame Brown, go along, get along. You know what I mean? You're going to be locked up, be in the mail. They taking everything from you. No more packages, no more certain things that people once had once upon a time, like when I came through. So the thing is, watch your circle, be mindful of what you do, and we're going to get out of here. Because like I said, we in the studio, we turn us a little intermission. Matter of fact, before we get out of here, let's see how it's looking with them chicken dinners. Like, winner, chicken dinner. You know what I mean? Down 13, down 10 now. 91, 81, 4 minutes left. Of course, I got interest in the game because y'all know I don't just talk on the channel. You know what I mean? I actually put 550 on Boston. You know what it is. I don't just be talking. I'm not just a fan. I'm a New York fan. We trash. Sprinkle some dirt on us. But when it comes to money, and this is my money, son, I took Boston. I thought they was going to win the series. Definitely thought they was going to win Game 6 to force a Game 7. It's looking a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky. It's getting nervous. And we'll talk about if Golden State do win the chip on their home floor. Is Steph Curry moving to the top 10? And is he passing a few people? Obviously, he'll tie LeBron. Two of those are with KD, though. And it is what it is. Y'all be safe out there. It's your boy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to the short edition, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.